Should a cheap shoe spook you?
Let's find out.
Welcome everyone to November's episode of What's in My Shoe, the show where we talk about everything feet and no topic is off limits.
I think you mean October.
October. November, October.
We're close enough.
Today we are going to test out some different cheap shoes to see if they should spook you and kind of trick you, or if they are a special treat on price and durability.
All right, so we're going to have 3 rounds for this game. We're going to have the fit, problem areas, and most importantly, durability.
So it's time for round 1 of Should a Cheap Shoe Spook You?
So the first round, we're going to explore the fit of the shoes, including size, width, and support. Now, we're testing 2 different shoes, and I think the most important point that I'd like to make here is that it's not about the specific brand of shoe. Really, what we're testing are 2 different shoes that are in 2 different price points. Our first example is a pair of the New Balance Walking Shoe 813, a very common shoe. It's available at a lot of different stores. It retails for $89.99. It has half sizes between 5 and 13. This is the men's version. And it also has 5 different widths: narrow, medium, wide, extra wide, and double X wide. Our competitor today is the Men's Athletic Works running shoe. It retails for $14.97. And you can find this in most big box stores. It has half sizes available from 7.5 to 11, so a little less variety on size width or size length. And then in width, unfortunately, it only comes in 1 width, which kind of counts out a lot of our patients. So already I'm not loving this shoe.
All right, so I think that is a clear winner for the New Balance for
on
round
that part.
1.
But we do need to check the twist test, Scott. Dr. Risby will do that.
All right, so twist test time. It's okay for your shoe to twist in the toe box area. However, near where the arch is, you want that to be supportive. And so let's check this first shoe out. And as I twist it, I can kind of twist it pretty much all the way around. Mm-hmm. And I can also, right down the middle of the shoe, kind of twist it all the way around. So you don't want that. You're not getting much support from this specific shoe. So let's check this one out. Again, near the toe box, it's twisting a little bit, and that's fine. You want durability there. However, you don't want down the middle for it to kind of be able to bend. And it doesn't. Let's try the twist. And yeah, I can't really move that anywhere. So you're getting a lot of support from this shoe compared to the other one. Pretty clear winner there.
Okay, agreed. So that's the round 1 winner. The white shoe versus the gray does win.
All right, let's move on to round 2. Now, for round 2 of our Should Cheap Shoe Spook You testing, we're going to look at just some common problem areas that you have with new shoes.
I think the first one we should really address is if someone has a bunion. Dr. Risby and I have so many patients that have bunion deformities, which is a bump on the side of your foot by your big toe. It can even happen on your baby toe as well. And the critical part there is that you need to have a shoe that can be wide enough to accommodate that problem. So already my white shoe is more of a winner because it has the 5 styles of width versus just the 1.
All right, so the next problem we want to discuss is ingrown toenail. To kind of piggyback off of what Dr. Lockwood was saying, for an ingrown toenail, you're going to have pain on the side of your nail. And so if you have a shoe with a more narrow fit, you're going to have more pain. It's going to kind of push down on that problem area, worsening your symptoms, worsening your problems.
Exactly. And the last thing is, when you get a new pair of shoes, sometimes they can actually form blisters, whether it's on the back of your heel, at the tip of your toes, or even underneath that big toe joint again. Shoes really should feel comfortable the first time you're wearing them. That old myth or old adage where you have to break a pair of shoes in is not an accurate one. In fact, this week on social media, there's been a lot of talk about how Queen Elizabeth II, the Queen of England, has people break her shoes in before she wears them. I'm hoping that means that they just scuff up the bottoms to give them more durability. But because if it's the other case, I mean, she should really be having comfortable shoes at all times.
Right, and doctors, I just have one thing to add. This is in my size. So I wanted just to see how they felt to give everyone just kind of a perspective. And I have a pair of New Balance. They're not exactly these, but I have a pair of New Balance that actually look very similar to these. And I tried this on. I kept one shoe on and one New Balance on and put this shoe on. And I wore it, and I just noticed a lot of things. First, my arch up here didn't feel very supported. My foot felt a lot flatter. Second of all, you know, it didn't feel right. It was kind of hard to walk in them. And second, probably the last thing and the biggest thing is that if you look at the bottom of these, there's really no traction.
Not much tread.
Not much traction. So you can't get much traction. I was kind of slipping one foot out all over the office. So, you know, it's not something if you're in an environment where you're wet or have slick floors, you'd want to even think about these. So,
correct. So I think the white shoe is a winner again.
Wow, that's 2 for 2. So now let's move on to round 3. All right, guys, it's time for round 3. We're going to take a look at the durability of their shoes. We're going to put them through a few tests to demonstrate how they might hold up.
And you mentioned earlier that production of this super fancy board with the nails, who put that together for us?
I did that. That's the board nail test. That's coming up in a second when you find out. Stay tuned. So for the first test, I'm just going to go back to a test we had in round 1, the twist test. And I'm going to give these...
You're working hard on that.
I think I'm stronger than Rizvi, so let me give these a little bit.
I didn't think you needed that kind of force to...
I mean, not bad.
So it pretty much passes the twist test. And then...
and this one.
Okay, well, that foot is broken.
I mean, that's just not what you want in a pair of shoes.
Correct.
At all.
Correct. So we reiterated that if you're looking for a new pair of shoes, you should not be able to do that to them. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, next test is just, you know, kind of more of a little bit more of a durability kind of thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the New Balance. I'm going to show them, and I'm going to peek in there and see if I can find anything to just like tear apart. I mean, there's little lips. The construction of the shoe, just see how it is. I mean, there's little parts, but I really can't like rip it apart.
Okay.
And another thing that's great about these New Balances is the sole comes out to
the liner. Yeah.
Liner comes out to fit custom devices, and if you look down in there, it looks very well stitched together. So
oftentimes, if you have a pair of shoes that the liner doesn't come out of, in many cases it's because it's been glued in, and often that's what is supporting the structure of the shoe, and that's actually not a good thing. You want to be able to take it out to put anything custom in there.
Right, and there's a certain running brand that is famous for gluing their soles in. So.
Correct.
Okay, on the big box store shoe, let me see here. See, the same little lips, they all constructed similarly. They have the same lips, but they're same little lips. But if I really get into this one...
Oh, you just ripped it.
Ripping.
Oh.
I mean, I've already done that. Oh.
The mom and wife in me is thinking, no, you can use those for gardening shoes. Stop ripping them.
Oh, well, that's true. So let me stop. But yeah, I mean, you can clearly see that I've ripped that fabric out, and it just kind of speaks to just the durability of them overall.
And the construction, the structure.
And the construction.
Okay.
And again, with this athletic shoe, there is a sole that comes out memory foam.
Right, but if you'll notice, inside here, they're stitched, but there is some gluing. I'm not sure if we can zoom in and show that too. So just watch for that when you're looking for the new pair.
Now the next test here is my favorite test.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, 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 dun. Finally going to use the nail board.
Yay, nail board.
So we're just going to kind of do a puncture test. You know, you're out in your garage doing woodworking and you step on a nail. So let me put this down.
When was the last time you did woodworking in our garage?
When you made that board?
When I made this board this morning.
Yeah,
there you go. There's some woodworking for you. Don't test me. So let me just see. I'm just going to push down. I got the cheap shoe. I mean, I'm in there.
You didn't even.
That was not pressure. Yeah. That was not the pressure that a man of my size or even Rizvi's size, you know, would put down on a nail. I'll do the middle. Again, it's butter. Okay. Literally just punched in.
You don't want that to be your foot.
You don't want that to be your foot. Or you could come see these guys. They're great at, you know, helping you. But let me just do the heel too. Yeah, I mean, still same result.
She pulls her head back.
Whoa! Did I almost hit you? Sorry.
Yep.
All right, now it's New Balance time. The sole already feels firmer. Let me get that out of the way. All right, let me go with the toe. I mean, that's the same pressure I put on it.
And it
didn't stick at all. I mean, if I put enough pressure on it, it will. But let me do the middle part.
I mean, even that, it's hard for you to.
Again.
Even with a lot of pressure.
It's a much more durable shoe.
So again, let me just get the heel. I mean, there was a little bit of give on there, a little bit of stick, but nothing that would
I
be
think.
terrible.
Gosh, I think we have a clear winner.
Mm-hmm.
It's
We
the
do.
white shoe, which means, unfortunately, cheap shoes should spook you.
And when you think about it, I mean, these were what, $90 roughly?
Correct.
And these were $15. These are going to last a lot longer. So if you're buying 4 or 5 pairs of these a year and you get away with 1 pair of these, or maybe 2. Sorry,
you should buy
2.
them every 6 months.
So, but I mean, eventually you're going to iron out your costs. So why wouldn't you just purchase the better quality
Correct.
shoe?
Correct. One that's going to support you more and help avoid any kind of foot problems.
Right. So that's it for today, guys. Now, do you need shoes to be super expensive? No, but really a cheap shoe should spook you.
Correct.
Thanks everyone for watching October's version of What's in My Shoe. Shout out to Chad again for this lovely new set design. We got some light filters so we don't look so pasty, and we've got some background lights.
The technology is improving with each
Every show we're improving. So shout out to Chad for that.
And shout out to Nexus Church again for helping us as we're building this show. So we're really excited about that.
So November, do we have a topic for November?
We do. We will also be broadcasting live on the November episode for our Thanksgiving pie giveaway. It's on November 27th.
That's right.
We're giving away so many pies. So not only to our patients, but also to members of the community. Just stop in the office. You'll have the 3 of our smiling faces, and live on camera, Lauren June will be back, as will little brother James. We will see how that goes.
And we're also doing a drive for our local veterans. We are collecting items that will be distributed them over the holidays.
Correct.
Things that they need, things that they just need to live. And we're very passionate about that. We're matching with a monetary donation all of the
any donation made.
Any donation made. But check that out on our Facebook page. I know there's a flyer up there that has everything.
And because technically tomorrow is Halloween, we are, for the first time ever, giving away full-size candy bars to anybody that stops in the office
October
on
31st
Halloween.
only.
Yes.
Don't come in here on the 1st or later and expect a candy bar. It won't happen.
Probably because the candy will have all been eaten. However, we will be in our new annual costume. We do one every year as a theme for the office. So please be sure to come into the office tomorrow and check out what that theme is. And that's his clue for it.
Yep.
It is not Baby Shark. And yes, thank you again. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all of those social media outlets. We're really thrilled with the opportunity to come to you live again, and we will see you on November 27th.
If you like this video,
Be sure to leave a comment below, like the video, and subscribe to us on YouTube. You can also check out our Facebook page and like that as well so you get notified the next time we go live. All right, everybody, thanks. Bye.
I'm gonna be famous.
Bye-bye.